I love family story time. Right now, we are doing the death stories from Terry Pratchett's Discworld series. We started with Mort, and we have now moved on to Reaperman. And I can't wait for Soul Music and Thief of Time. Hogfather's not one of my favourites, and I'll save that one for Christmas. Anyway, the reasoning behind this choice of story is that my son's school book day is coming up. They weren't at school for World Book Day, so this is our reasoning. But my son wants to be the Death of Rats on school book day, or the Grim Squeaker. I said that if he wanted to be the Grim Squeaker that he's seen on my books and in some of my books, if he wanted to be the Grim Squeaker, he had to understand the literary reference and explain his character choice at school. Because not many other kids from an international school at 8 and 9 years old will actually know who the Death of Rats is. And he needs to know where it comes from. Now, here's the problem. I am an average woman with a normal voice. It's not high, it's not particularly low, and I'm struggling with death. And I'm talking death. He's ruining my voice. And as a primary character in the death books, there's a lot of dialogue from death. My throat hurts. So even after reading time, and I'm doing okay right now because we're several hours after story time, my actual speaking voice is pitched significantly lower. And it's not deliberate. I'm not trying to do it. But I am actually, I think, ruining my vocal cords trying to maintain it. It's very challenging. However, am I going to stop? Hell no, it's too much fun. Now, I can quite easily manage transitions of like a deeper male voice to a high-pitched voice for what you might term a prissy teenage girl. I can do that. I can do trolls, I can do dwarves. But switching backwards and forwards between female characters and death is brutalising me. But no, I do voices. It is one of the many reasons that my son actually prefers it when I read stories. Because I do voices for everybody. And I can't stop that now. It would ruin the entire family reading time. And I'm in this for the long haul. There is something really and truly amazing about sharing books that you love with the people that you love. And sharing shared humour, sharing values, explaining difficult concepts. Because if any of you have actually read any Terry Pratchett, he does actually cover a lot of unusually deep political, socio-economical concepts through humour and fantasy. I think one of my favourite comments was that Terry Pratchett holds up a twisted mirror to the world. It makes you laugh, but it also makes you think. Now, I don't think for 1 minute that my 8-year-old gets a fraction of the jokes and references that are in the books, but he does get some of them. And that enjoyment and the humour and the fact that he giggles will actually make him want to keep going. And it's also fun when my husband gets the references as well, and we can share a small chuckle. It's basically just like those family-friendly films that you watch. It's got the kid jokes, but it's also got a few adult jokes thrown in there, so that there's something for everyone. It is genuine family time. I'm just going to have to deal with the voice.